That's my baby. I'm dying.
That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored. They did it.
Left. Beat left.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
MoneyPot about to start. No, I'm coming, man. Yeah, grab your notepad, man. For real. Fuck it, man.
Chris, you got to get a cup, man. We celebrating today, baby.
Yeah?
Yeah, get a cup of something.
Let me see,
Something new,
man.
something different.
Let's see what I got.
Go ahead.
Airport, man.
Dudes talk stats. 360 on a new vehicle. Go run, tell the ad. 40 yard Money Podcast time. S.co headlines.
And we are live. Woo. Woo. What's going on, everybody, man? This is Moss Money, and welcome to MoneyPot Podcast, broadcasting on all platforms on A2D Radio, man. I'm seeing people jumping on all crazy on here with the likes and the love buttons already, man. It's been a long time coming. I am your host, Moss Money, and of course, I got my left hand man, actually, no, my right hand man with me, Steve-O. What's up, boy? Steve, I don't got your volume, dog. Come on now. Where's your volume? All right, you work on that. Chris, what's up, bro? Renzo.
What's up, baby?
What's up? How you?
You already know, man. Just another day in paradise.
I hear that. So, Steve, I got you? Yeah, I think I got you now. Steve-O. Yeah, Steve, say something. Say something to the people.
Yeah,
Steve,
man.
You can't hear me? You was just live. All right. So, I want to intro everybody to the team. So, to my...
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
I got you.
Good,
I got you.
good. Can you hear me now?
All right.
Can you hear me now?
What you got in that cup, brother? So, I want to introduce you to the team. I am your host, Money Moss, MoneyPot Podcast. To my right is my partner in crime, my homie, Steve-O, the guy who gives us all the dirt and all the things that's going on around in the community, in the neighborhoods, and give us some sports betting. And then my guy to my bottom, that's Chris. We call him Renzo, national champion. Villanova Wildcats.
Hey, man, let's get it, man.
Yeah, man. So I want to welcome everybody who's just joining right now. This is the first show on the A2D Radio network. Have a new partnership affiliation. Shout out to the homie Tom for bringing us on, man. It's been years in the making, man. Me and Tom have been talking about this for a very long time. Been talking about this for a very long time, and we're just so excited to get this finally going. So the question is, what and who is MoneyPot? So MoneyPot is a podcast that gives back to the people. We teach people how to gamble. We teach people about how to look at gambling, the statistics, the analytics. We talk about it in a group economics. We talk about it like we talk about stocks. Remember, it's not our bets versus your bets. It's not well bets or any of that other nonsense that you see out there. It's us versus them. It's us versus the suits. It's us versus the establishment. It is us versus just the house, because we're trying to win. Because if you win, we win, and that's how we go. So just give y'all a little background about what is MoneyPot. So the plans moving forward, going with A2D Radio. So right now we're just doing this podcast right now. Hopefully more things are coming up. The one thing that we did talk about that we just want to hint, we just want to give you a little snippet. We talking about a membership thing, fellas, where we're giving out premium picks on the back end. So hopefully that will happen here shortly. So, man, we blowing up the messages. Y'all see this? I see Tom out here. Let's go. I see you, boy. Let's see who else we got here, man. Who else we got here? We got all these
Got John,
sponsorships.
Greg, James.
Yeah, what's up, what's up, family? Talk. Oh yeah, talk the takeover talk, man. Absolutely, man. We taking over, man. Like I said before, I said this. You guys see me before. I'm on the show on Wednesday with Tom and the boys. We're not here to just take part. We're here to take over, and when I mean that, that's all in good fun because we want to up the level of what they bring here to A2D Radio. We want to make it even better than it already is. We want to take it to the heights that we think and we know where we can go with this. So, guess believe Friday nights just got a lot better. All right. Oh, we'll see. I see this. Look at that. Oh, hold on, Nova. I like this one. That's that with the money beard. Respect.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Took a lot of time to get it here, John. I tell you that much.
So I want to just give you. So this is just an intro to the show. I'm going to give you guys a review of how we do things in the format. It's 10:30 at night, so there's not so many bets we can do. We all know when we watch basketball plays how up to the very end that people can get moved and cut over. We're going to talk about a little bit about baseball opening day. We got some little bit of Philly sports talk at the end, but I really want to just set up the show. So when you guys subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe, like button, follow, all that good stuff. When you guys do that, you know what's coming for your Friday night show, or you can catch it on the next day. So the first thing that we do is we do 4 rounds of betting. And hold up, before I get to that, fellas, have y'all been following me on the gram? Have y'all been following me on these reels? Dog, I went on fire. Like
you did.
Definitely.
You saw that, right, Chris?
A great.
Bro.
You did.
Yo, so everybody out there, if you go look at MoneyPot Podcast and you look at the reels from the Thursday, I think the NCAA tournament started. I literally went on a heater for a week, 13-2. If you didn't get a stimulus package, I got you a stimulus package. Real talk. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all go check that out. Go follow MoneyPot Podcast on the Instagram. Look at the reels and best believe, you know what I mean? Best believe I was on fucking fire. Then I cooled off.
I mean, that's how it happens sometimes.
Cooled right the fuck off. You know what I mean? I was on
that's when you pull the bets back a little bit. You know, just start pulling the bets back.
I slowed down.
Bet less.
Look at that. Who's that? Who's that with a cowboy talk? Come on, man.
Yeah.
The Cowboys.
Come on. They new to the show.
You know what I mean?
No, he old to the show. He one of the originals.
Yeah, he's one of the originals.
Oh, he one of the original? Oh, okay.
That's a MoneyPot fan jumping on, man. Shout out to Beast.
Okay.
Indeed.
Mike Parker, Gambling Podcast. You got my attention, of course, brother. We want your attention. We want all the smoke, man. All right. So usually, like I said, getting back to the format of the show, we do 4 quarters of bets. So we usually are really on betting when football season come around. We do 4 quarters of bets. Our first quarter of the bet is the lock of the week. And for those who can't stay on for the podcast, what we usually do is that's right in the beginning. We want to give you what you want. You want the locks. You want the best plays. So we give you right in the beginning of the show. We don't even get into the talk. We don't even talk about like, subscribe. We give you the lock of the week so you can get on with your night if you want to and make sure you're in for the next day. So we do 4 quarters of rounds of bets. Then we do a quick halftime. And then we get into Philly sports talk. But like I said, today is not the best time right now because if y'all boys check me, what games are left? It's 10:50 at night. What's on right now?
So it's pretty much whatever game is on right now has started usually at 10 o'clock.
Right.
And like we mentioned earlier, you know, with basketball, the lines for tomorrow aren't even out yet. So you know, we wouldn't be able to say, hey, go take, you know, the Nets over, you know, the Knicks tomorrow because we know that the spread is what it is because we don't know what it is yet. So, I mean, basketball is a little harder, like you said, and a lot of times it's game time decisions. They can pull a person 3 minutes before the game start, and now you stuck. So
Yeah. Shout out to Bill talking about he hit him with 4,500 last week. Ugh.
mm,
Uh, like I
54,
said,
Yeah.
you know what
54.
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't going short him. He say
You know what I mean?
5,400.
Tell about free family. What's
Mm-hmm.
up? You know what I mean? I like that. Shout out to Bill, man.
Yeah.
Shout out
So
to
the one thing
Bill.
I
Hey,
do
Bill, where we going? Free family vacation? Where we going?
so we really can't do too much like you guys said on the basketball plays, but make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff because I do put on free plays during the week on Twitter,
Mhm.
on Instagram. I'll get with time. We'll put it out to the A2D radio family as well. But the one thing we can talk about though that won't change up too much is the NCAA with the Final Four,
Correct.
and everybody's on about that. So I'm gonna go with Renzo because I know you be deep in this. Got, we got first game coming up. We got Houston and Baylor. The spread, as I see it right now, is -5. Man, talk to me about that game. What you got?
Yeah, man. I really like Baylor here, man. I just really do. I think when I look at, I think Houston's probably had the easiest road here to this point. I guess they played they played a 12 seed in Oregon State, 11 seed, I guess, in Syracuse. Just an easier road, I think, than the rest of the field, especially Baylor here. So I just really like I really like Baylor in this spot. I think 5 is a good spot to take the number 2. It's not like it's 8 or 9 where it's too big.
Mhm.
Houston struggles a little bit in the second half. They don't necessarily wow me. And Baylor, I think, is a team that's been there the past couple, well, not the past couple, has been there a couple times, right on the cusp of the Final Four, right on the cusp of the national championship game. The coach has been there. So I just think the program's at that point where they're ready to just go now, right? We often see teams when you first get there, you got to get your lumps and bruises.
Right.
Houston's just like your first time kind of being at a Final Four, being in cups in a long time. So I like Baylor here. I like him at the 5, to be honest. It might be closer in the first half, but Baylor pulls away late if needed. But I like Baylor a lot here, even with the points.
Hey, shout out to Sebastian, man. Y'all know y'all remember Sebastian, man. Another Money Pot
Yeah.
original, man. Shout out the channel makes money for real, man. Sebastian been following for a while because he be killing on the plays, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Sebastian, a good guy. Good guy. Yeah, I feel Chris on the same play though. Honestly, I like Baylor. I think Baylor feels as though, and they're a good second half team as well. Like they make really good adjustments. So I feel like even if Houston kind of jump out on them, which I don't think is going to happen, I feel like Baylor is just they're a much better team skill wise. Guards play really well, and they just know where they at. Like the time is like now for them to advance to this championship game, even if they don't win, but it's still a great goal to be the final 2 in that tournament. And like I said, the coach is really good. His adjustments in the second half it's just like, wow. And I just don't think Houston has the talent to keep up with them. And the 5 points, I feel I'm all over that one. I really like that.
Yeah, I like the 5 a lot.
Yeah, I think they're going to beat them by 10 at least, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't actually have a play on this one. Like I said, I ran hot and I kind of tailed off. So I'm gonna go with you boys and hop on your train and go with Baylor on this one. And obviously the next one we got UCLA and Gonzaga has been steamrolling everybody in their fucking way.
They're the juggernaut.
Yeah, man. Somebody asked me about them, man. I want to get your boys' take on this with Gonzaga. When you're fighting history, right? Because I think it's the 66 or 67 Indiana team, the only other team that's going undefeated, right? When you're fighting that history as a bettor, do you take that into account into your kind of, when you're looking at this bet? Like, do you think sooner, like, are they just destined to win? I mean, they're favored by fucking 14, y'all.
Yeah, 14 and a half.
It's ridiculous to be favored by 14 in the final. Or are they just they're just so much better than everybody else? It's not even close.
They are. I mean, they haven't lost. and they play. It's crazy because that's like the definition of team basketball, the way they play.
Right.
Like they have, their stars, but they all play the good as a good unit, and it shows. Like the way they just been steamrolling teams, man. It's just crazy. Like, but they definitely play great together.
Chris, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, well, to your question, it's tough, man. History would say that they're going to lose, right? I think we have just one undefeated team go to championship.
Yeah,
But
I think it's the Indiana, it's the Hoosiers.
Indiana team, right? So it's history said they I'm not. This may be a bad comparison, but I remember that St. Joe's team with Jameer Nelson and when they were like 29-0 or something. But there was a smallish who didn't really play anybody throughout the season. So Gonzaga, they played some teams early in the season, then they go through their conference, they smack those guys. And again, when you look at what they did in the tournament, yeah, they've been crushing teams, but again, the highest ranked seed they played, I guess, is what, a 5 seed, 6 seed, and I think it's a lot of parity in the NCAA right now. But they didn't have to go against the 2 seed in their region or the 3 seed, so it's it's. That on top of history is hard to go 33, 34-0, whatever you got to do. So it's tough. And I think that they got the worst draw out of these two, out of UCLA and Houston. UCLA's hot.
So hold on. When you say that, are you taking UCLA though?
I would tease UCLA before I would tease down Gonzaga.
Yeah, I like UCLA with the 14.5.
Yeah, that's a lot of points, man. For a team that we know, again, history, NCAA teams get hot, right? Like they've been hot in getting here. Houston kind of had luck and the ball bounced their right way. They could have easily not be here. UCLA is here. And 14 points is a lot of points, man. Them boys is playing with confidence right now.
And they knocked off a good team too.
Right.
They didn't just lose to a St. Joe's. Beat a St. Joe's or a Providence or nothing like that. They just beat Michigan. Like,
yeah.
It's right. And their confidence, like you said, like when you're hot and your confidence is up there, it's like, yeah, it's no stopping some of them teams, man.
Yeah.
So let me go back to some of these comments, man. Sorry about this, John. What platforms do you prefer to make your picks?
Yeah, I wrote that one down just in case it got out the way. I like to use I like to use FanDuel myself.
Yeah, I'm a FanDuel person too.
Yeah, I like to use FanDuel.
I'm a FanDuel. I do have a bookman that I play with every once in a while, but usually I'm on FanDuel.
Yeah.
Let's see. We say I just see that Baylor can shoot. Your opinion on doing lottery ticket parlays. So here's my thing about parlays, and this is how we can get to more into the teaching aspects of gambling. Parlays are fun, right? Parlays are for entertainment, but it's very hard to be consistent hitting parlays. I've always preached that. You want to just do straight plays, or if you do a teaser, you might want to do just maybe a 2, at maybe most a 3-team teaser. I think there's a rolling odds thing that you can look up on like on Google, and you can Google what's better, straight plays or parlays. And if you do a straight play at minus 110, and minus 110 is the line, the money, usually the money line on a spread. And if I'm using terms that people are not familiar with, we're going to get more into the teaching. Spread is just like how we said, when like Gonzaga is to win by 14, they have to win by 14 or more. If they hit 14, that's a push. So that's typically the spread. And the spread has a typical money line odds on it. And usually it's like 110, counting where you go, it could be minus 120 or minus 130. When we usually say like $1.20, $1.30, that's what we mean by the spread. So if you took if you took a money line bet or a straight play, and to say it was the Sixers by 5, minus 5 for minus 110, and you hit that play and you rolled that from one unit, and a unit is $100. So if you rolled that over and you did that 10 times, it would still equal out to the parlay. People get so enamored with the parlay, It's because it's risk low. Your risk is low, but your reward is high. So everybody likes that, right? Everybody likes to see a $5, $10 parlay hit for 15 grand. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
who wouldn't take that trade off? The problem is the odds of you hitting right 10 teams in a row and hitting all that numbers is really rare on Twitter, on Instagram. You're seeing all because betting is so huge right now in Jersey. Right now is the most leading number one in sports betting. They had over, I think it was 6 or 700 uh, million dollars worth of bets. Nevada was next, and PA was right there in third. Between Jersey and PA, over $1 billion in sports betting last
Mhm.
year in 2020. So it's huge, right? It's ridiculous. And if you think about all those sports bets, people are going to get lucky with these parlays, right? They're going to show these parlays. The house wants you to bet these parlays because they know that they're very hard to hit and then hit consistently. So
Mm-hmm.
make sure when you guys are betting, just like you said, John, it is a lottery ticket. It really is, right? It really is. We teach more straight plays. Every once in a while, I'll throw up some parlays just for fun, but it's always bet at your own risk. We're doing this for entertainment purposes, but we're also trying to teach you to look at sports betting as a way of an investment. All right, let's see what else we got. I know that was a mouthful, man, but we're here to teach, man. We're here to give back to the people. You know what I mean? We're here to make sure that you guys are betting correctly.
And just to add in there, Nate, and for certain sports, I think that there's more opportunities to be more opportunistic when it comes to, parlays. The 10, 15 team parlays, that's just goofiness, so to say. But your 2, your 3 team parlays, I think you can play with. A sport like basketball, especially the NBA, with the inconsistency, the young players, the long games, the resting. You want to be as straight plays as possible in basketball.
Yeah, that's
You know,
that's and
other.
and I see a lot of people too with the parlays. They, like Nate said, you get kind of carried away.
Poppy store
Mhm.
parlay, you
Like,
already
yeah,
know.
you get a little carried away. I see people with 12 teams. I'm okay
Right.
with it. I'm okay with if you have a 3 strong plays
Fact.
that you really, really like,
Mhm.
you put that 3 on there and then you go.
Right.
Like, and at times you can tease it to your favor as well. So if it's
Fact.
Yep.
8, if they
Fact.
-8 and you like, damn, I really think they can win by 4, they have alternate spreads on there. You could buy it down. Now you giving up, some of the money that you want to make, but the odds are going to be less. But you also still like, all right, I'd rather bet these 3 teams opposed to betting 8, 9,
Mhm.
and then you be mad because now one team lost when you could have broke them into 3. So
Mhm.
sometimes you got to kind of be smart with it.
Yeah, and you always know, you always hear it over and over. Man, that last team killed me.
That killed me, yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
one
yeah,
that
killed
one
that thing.
team,
Oh, you always hear that shit. That
it was
last
one
team
team.
killed me.
Which brings me to my secret, man. Always hedge your last bet if you can.
All
Yeah.
right, Chris,
Hedge,
teach us
hedge, hedge.
about hedging.
So yeah, so hedging is basically, you got to parlay however many games, 3 games, 4 games, 5 games. And like the guys just said, you always hear the story of a person saying, "My last game killed me," right? For me, I like to walk away a winner in any scenario. So, for example, you got a 14 parlay, you hit your first 3, you're down to your last game, right? And,
You know that
say
always get you.
say
Always.
your last game you need, the Lakers to win, right? And they're on the plus side, they're the favorite, right? Or whatever the case may be.
No Bron.
And
Nope.
say your bet was you risked $100 to win $500. That last game you might want to hedge against the Lakers, in essence, bet the team opposite that you're rooting for. So bet
Mhm.
the opposite team to win, at a price level that would either cover your original $100 investment,
Plus the profit.
or even make you money. So a lot of times you can, maybe take $100 on the team playing the Lakers. If that team wins, you might win $200. So now you've won the $100 that you put up for that bet and the $100 that you lost from your original ticket that included the Lakers. So now you hedged your first ticket, so that you're not losing any money. Now you still will root for the Lakers to win, because if the Lakers win, you're going to win $500. But now instead of your profit being 400, your profit be 300 because you just hedged $100. If that makes sense. But it's a scenario where you're walking away either a winner or not a loser, even more importantly. So that's something to throw in there. And it really, if you look at it that way, you actually take down your parlay. So for me, I always take the last game on the schedule, right? Sometimes in parlays, you look for another game just to put the juice up. So in basketball, I'm always going to take the 10 o'clock game and let that be my hedge game. So I know if I have a 4-game parlay, one of those games is the 10 o'clock game. I'm really only betting 3 games to hit. Once those 3 games hit, I'm hedging the 10 o'clock game. And you want to pick the last game so you know that the other teams have played out. You know where your tickets stand. So, that's just another strategy that I picked up that helps me a lot. And I'm always in that situation. And it's a good feeling to know no matter how this game plays out, I'm not going to lose my money. And oftentimes you can even really bet heavy. If you have a big ticket, like your ticket's going to win $1,000, $2,000, you can make it that, hey, no matter what, I'm either going to win 600 or I'm going to win 1,500, right? So it's about not being greedy and protecting and money management.
Right, a winner's a winner at the end of the day. So let's catch up with some of these comments, man. You say you've been getting lucky in games with missed free throws from other teams. I agree. Steve-O, you might like this. This boy might be from Jersey. I'm not drinking, but I'm smoking with that Jack Hera and El Jefe.
My man Todd, I see you.
Todd, man. What's up, Todd?
Yeah.
What's good, John? Just listening how to get money. Oh, this one's a
that El Jefe is a good choice though over there, John. I'll tell you that much.
I'm a parlay junkie. Shout out to Mike. Yeah, Mike, we gotta get you out of that, man. We really do, man.
Or no, but here's the thing: you just gotta, do them a little smarter. I ain't gonna say get you out, because if that's your twist, that's cool, But you also gotta look at it on the other side with straight bets as well. So it give you, more of a variety. But if that's your twist, we'll help you, make money off of that as well. But we'll show the other side.
We'll definitely look at it, Mike. So and here's another thing, y'all. If y'all got any plays, throw them up, and we'll do it live, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll give you how we feel about the plays. We do that a lot, especially once we get into our plays, and what we talk about. Mike, I don't want to discourage you if you like betting parlays.
Absolutely.
Keep going to that. But what I might suggest is that we consolidate it a little bit. So say if you're doing like 5 or 6 team parlays, let's bring that down to maybe 2-team parlay. You might not win as much, right? But you'll still end up possibly profiting by just narrowing it down. And then let's build the parlay as we go, right? Let's not just jump out the gate, because it's so easy, like we all said, and we can keep reiterating that. And we only keep reiterating that because we want to bring you back to the winning side. It'll take you 10 plus or more 15 parlays just to hit one, and you're just breaking even. We're not talking about that. We want to roll in money. We want to end up winning at least $100 a day, $500 a week, and then we can start looking at this as an investment. All right, shout out to John, man. He's following along. Let's see what else we got here. Easy money over in the Zagas game. Let me see. I'm at 142 over and under is 135. Let's go. Is that what it is now? Is it at 142 now? I ain't checked.
Yeah, no, I think it's 135. I think it's now.
So you got
145?
Yeah. Got it in good. So what's this one?
Oh, yeah, it's at 145, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, teach me the euro is crushing the dollar, so help me. I guess get some Bitcoin, dog.
Shout out to Bitcoin.
Shout out to Bitcoin, man. The Hedge. Yo, fellas, welcome to the family. What's up, Mike? Man, appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Usually I have 2 to 3 of the picks and break even. Good job, Frank. Let's see what else we got here, man. A lot of comments coming in. What's good, Frank? Shortest show ever. We got. I'm in Germany. I'm in Germany on that medical. Most definitely, LFA is the truth. God, Germany, man. What's up, bro?
We take care packages as well, man.
For sure.
Got that glaucoma. I mean,
Listen, man.
I'm going to see what I want to build for tomorrow. Hold on. All right, yeah, Mike, go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, let us know, man.
And let us know. We got another one. 4-team teasers is where it at. Yeah, you know what we like, Bill? Man, we really like that 3-team 10-point teaser.
Yeah.
We really play with that one a lot when we want to build something. Like I said, we're about taking the win, right? We all want to build something to kind of make a huge profit, but it's the small wins that count at the end of the day. So we want, like I said, it's compound and compound. And once you get into that flow and you're hitting 2 out of 1, 3 out of 1 on every day, or you sweep the day. You know what I mean? Or like hopefully, kind of how I did, you sweep the week. When you start to get out, that's when you start pressing, right? Those $100, $200 bets start to become $300, $400 bets.
Right.
And then you just kind of feel you're just kind of seeing where things lie. So going
And
back,
that's
go ahead, Chris.
no, I was just really quick. I think that's a good point too. I think a lot of people with the parlays, you get excited, like you said earlier, because you can take 20 and turn it into 500, right? Like it's the bigger slugs, but this is a marathon. So as you start winning the single bets and your bets get bigger and bigger and bigger, now when you're betting 300, 500 on a game, it's exciting to you. You don't need a parlay because I'm putting 500 on this game. I'm good with just winning this one game. So I think that's a big part of it too, man. Just understanding the bigger picture.
So Mike Parker, I would bet Houston, Baylor, both money lines and both overs for a 4-piece parlay, $20 for 255. So this is exactly what we're talking about here, Mike. So take a look at that play that you just put up, right? You said you would bet Houston and Baylor, right? Oh, hold on.
But Houston
Houston
plays
plays
better.
Baylor, Mike. What's up? What you doing? And you smoking that El Jefe, bro?
You on that ganja.
Yeah, that's that good.
Who that? Oh, you talking about Mike?
Yeah, Mike said I would bet
Yeah.
Houston and Baylor.
And Baylor both money line on one. What?
Sure.
And the 4-piece parlay.
Right.
If I could get 2-1 on that, I'd take it too.
Right.
Yeah.
So Bill had a successful week with 5,400. What has been the most successful stretch you guys have had? Favorite sports to bet, pro or college? So I'll take that. The most successful week I had was probably I went on a 2-week kind of run. Similar to what I did last week, where I was like 13-2. Like I had some misses, but I went on a 2-week kind of heater, where I just couldn't miss. I lost a couple, but I was easily up probably. I want to say probably about 30 units. And when I say units, 1 unit is 100. So I was probably up like probably up to 3 grand. But over and all, over the year, I typically make probably anywhere from I have to pay taxes on betting because I just bet so much.
Mm-hmm.
And when you win over about 10 grand in sports betting, that's when you gotta pay
Pay
taxes.
taxes. Yeah.
So I usually do it. You know, I and then I usually do it for an investment purpose. But this kind of real brings up back another topic that we're going to get into right after this. But Steve, I'll let you go on your best heater that you've ever had.
For a week, I'll probably say, I don't bet as heavy as you at times, and that's where we have, everybody had a bankroll. So, I know that's one of the things we usually talk about. You bet within your comfort, your comfort zone, what you have to spare. We always say bet responsibly because we don't want you to go out there and be, dipping into the your pension, whatever you got to dip into just to cover your bills and everything. Make sure your bills is always paid, family taken care of. Then you go have fun. So, well, my biggest week probably was about, I say like 1,900 maybe, which isn't a bad week.
No.
But you know, then the next week, you know, sometimes you're down. So
give it all right
but,
back.
Yeah, but it was a good week. I'll take that week all
All
day.
right, so Chris, you might be the biggest degenerate of all of us outside of you. I've heard some stories with you, bro. Give them one.
Yeah, man. My best week sports betting. My best run probably was I had a good 3-week stretch, maybe 3-4 week stretch. No, not this football season, but the last football season. Where I probably did maybe like 3,500 a week, something like that, or something like that, like for like 3-4 weeks straight. I ain't gonna tell you the next 3-4 weeks after that. Those 3-4 weeks, it was good.
Was love, yeah.
Right. So it was cool.
What's your flavor? Pro or sport? I mean, pro or
football, NFL football, NFL football, and college football, but football.
Football, yeah. So for everybody listening, man, if you're still out there, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, man. We love the support, man. Like you said, we're not here to just to take part. We're here to take over. We're all pretty good with football. We've all played football at a high level. Like I said, national champion down there. We've all had our shot at the pro level as well. Obviously, nobody made it because we're right here talking this shit right now. So it's all good. But I want to get back to that one thing you said, Steve, that's very important. And this is one of the main things that we want to talk about in this show, and teaching and having people understand how to bet is bankroll management, man. Bankroll management. You can't play with house money. That's how you get in trouble. What you do is you set money aside, whether you pay yourself $50 a week, $25 a week, whatever you want to do, you put that money aside. So, like just right now, if you know you're going to bet heavy during the NFL season, if you know you're going to be a heavy bettor during pro football and that's your twist, you need to be putting money aside right now to be ready for the NFL season, because the NFL season is coming and we're going to be live every Friday night, and we're going to be doing a pregame show on Sunday, and we're going to be giving you picks, and you're going to be one and run with us, because once we get going and start rolling, it's going to be fun. So you want to make sure that you're not betting with house money. Just like Steve said, make sure your bills are paid, make sure your car notes paid, your mortgage, whatever you got to do to get the kids right. If you got to take the wifey out or the girlfriend or the side joint, whatever you got, sure everything is good, to make sure and take that care so you can have your fun with your betting. So when you feel comfortable, because there's nothing, and trust me, we've all been there before. There's nothing like watching a game, knowing if you lose this bet, you got to figure out how to pay for that
or
rent,
you got to
car.
pack lunch for the week.
Right. You got to pack lunch, or you're gonna be riding dirty with no insurance for a week or a month until you get paid the next time.
Sure.
We all know that. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna be checking the couch cushions, everything. Like I gotta get this gas.
Make sure we understand bankroll management. It's like I said again. It's if you take what we're talking about as an investment and look at it the same way we have been gathering together in group economics with stocks, how we've all been sharing, how we've all been understanding, trying to teach each other. This is the same thing that MoneyPot is trying to do with sports betting, right? There's just so much money into sports betting. Why not share? Like I said before in the beginning of the show, it's not us. It's not my pick versus your pick. It's not my pick versus the hot guy on Twitter or the hot guy on YouTube that's talking about whale plays and he's hit for over 85, 90%. It ain't about that. It's us versus them. It's us versus the establishment. It's us versus the suits. It's us versus the house. That's what we're trying to get y'all to understand. We're just trying to help you win, because if you win, we win.
Yeah.
Bankroll management.
And here's the thing, man. We want y'all to know, like we between all of us, like we don't always agree on the picks, but the thing about it is we talk to each other enough where it's like, well, damn, I understand why you picked that, or it's respect. Like we respect each other picks. Sometimes we go at it, but it's all out of fun, all out of love, and like Nate may give me a better understanding why he feel as though, like Steve, the Giants going to win the division. This is why X, Y, Z. And me in my heart, I'm like, no, they're not winning the division. You tripping? Like
they're winning the division at plus 500. Lock it
in. The Eagles are winning the division. How are you going to tell me that the
Hell no, the Eagles ain't winning the goddamn.
But I'm saying, that's how we are. But then you break it down like, no, look, this is how it is. So it's all fun. Like, so we all sitting back and talk. Like, sometimes you're not going to agree with a pick that somebody may tell you, but
great thing.
We give you a reason as to why we picked this. So.
Yeah, right. So let me get back to the Chris just wrote out on us, so I'm just gonna take him out real quick. Let's go back to some of the comments here. So we got here, John. Shout out to John, man. I'm a big MMA fan, boxing fan. Absolutely, man. I'm actually the only one who probably does MMA. I give it out to the guys.
Yeah, Nate definitely do.
I've had some success. I won't lie. I do get help with MMA. But I'm trying to teach myself about the MMA boxing. So what I go do, I talk to a capper. I talk to Chris, I like that shirt, boy. Let them see the shirt. Let them see the MoneyPot shirt. Oh, he can't even hear me. There you go. That's on his chest.
Sure, my phone had to get a charger. My bad.
No, you good. You good. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do. So it's late night, man. We good. I'm a big MMA fan. I watch MMA. I just saw that Poirier and McGregor just signed up. I know there's another fight coming on next week for UFC. I know tonight was Bellator. I don't do Bellator. I'm typically to UFC. So if you make sure, John, you go follow me on MoneyPot Podcast, on Instagram, on Twitter. I post a lot of the plays that I pick. I just give them out for free. So if you go follow me on those platforms, you'll see those picks, and I'll send them out to all on the A2D family as well. Shout out to Mike Parker. He said he hit an 8-game parlay last year for $750 for $50. Man, been hooked up.
Nice. Yeah, it'll get you hooked. It'll definitely get you hit.
Hey Tom, if you still listening, we got one. Damn straight is the TAKEOVER. You know what I mean? You damn right. You know what I mean? Friday nights just got a whole lot better. Let me see. I bet everything like I'm going to lose it. That's all.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
I don't know about that, brother.
Hey man, if it works for you, it works for you, good brother.
Let's see here. Scared money don't make money. Been down big with 3 days to the end of the week and broke even.
Hey, John, man, I see you on here talking about the Eagles aren't going to win jack shit. Come on, John, not tonight. Not tonight. Man.
Let's see here. I get super drunk and get absolutely wild with parlays. I like Mike, man.
Hey, Mike, you gotta chill some nights, man.
Yeah, man. All right, what we got here? Tomorrow, Bucks or Kings game.
What's the line on that game? I did see somebody put it up here earlier. I think the line.
I think it's at 6.5.
Yeah, it's 6.5. I mean,
I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to take the key.
Sure we get
6.5 Bucks.
So James, the thing. So James, the thing with basketball with NBA, as we've seen before, the problem with giving out NBA plays is that somebody like a player who's like a game time decision, they go almost all the way up to almost a half an hour before game time, before they can be easily kind of they can be
scratched.
I see it now.
Or scratch from the lineup, or be a starter. So it's tough, James. To
I mean, if I have to go off of right now, if everyone's healthy and that's the spread, I'm taking the Bucks. The Bucks are they're a much better team. I actually like the way they've been playing.
It's probably because they got a back-to-back, right? Because they're playing right now. They're playing Portland right now. And they're
and the 6.5 they playing in Sacramento, so they got to go to Sacramento.
Yeah, so I don't actually see that line up on FanDuel, but
yeah, I seen it at 6.5.
So we said I feel the Giants win division, man, plus 500. Lock it in, James. I'm on it.
Yeah, I like the Giants.
Green only got one. Money got only one color, and we die-hard Eagles fans across the board. You know what I mean? So. Eagles ain't winning jack. All right, we can't put that up.
Yeah, we ain't putting that one up.
I don't enjoy too much NBA. Yeah, we're not putting up screws shit. Um,
No, I was going to say, I know since we a couple people mentioned the Eagles.
yeah, parlay UFC. Let's say 1 1800. Shout out to
Oh,
John with
that's then.
that's love. And then we got
Yeah.
one with this one, Mike Parker. Baylor -5, Zags -14 to win. Oh, you talking about golf? So our other guy, Mike, that comes on is our guy B Diddy. He's into golf and soccer. So for all you guys that are into golf and soccer and even racing, I think B Diddy does racing, right, Chris?
Yeah,
Even
he does.
racing,
He does a little bit of everything.
he does a little bit of everything. We got another guy that can give you some plays on the soccer front, on the racing. We got everything covered, man. From tennis to golf to racing to the major baseball, football, all that good stuff, man. So we usually do, like I said, like 4 quarters of best bets, right? And typically, I'm gonna play this music, man. When y'all hear this sound, there we go. When y'all hear that, that means it's a best bet coming, right? So for the next show, or in the next couple shows, or the next 100 shows, or 1,000 shows, or however many shows that we gonna do, when you hear that, you know that's a money play. So I think the best bet of the day that we had, that we all agreed on, and I think you all guys can all agree on, was Houston, right? I'm sorry, Baylor.
Baylor.
I was about to say, yeah,
Yeah,
Baylor.
Baylor.
it was
Yeah,
Baylor. So
yeah, I like Baylor a lot.
there is your lock of the week, your lock of the day is taking Baylor -5. Lock it in.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
All right.
That might be 5 units, 3 units.
Ooh, going heavy, huh, brother?
Yeah, I like that one.
Like Baylor a lot.
Yeah, I
Does
like
that
that.
destroy anybody's bracket? I was good. I was good for weeks. I was hot for weeks, but now with
Yeah.
I had a long shot with Bama getting there. With Bama letting
Mhm.
and over
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
everybody's got Gonzaga, so it doesn't
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
but Bama was my dark horse.
Yep. Yep. Oh, Avery. By the way, I think about Avery Johnson is great at color commentating. He's been on CBS during the tournament. He deserves a job, man. He's great.
You said Avery Johnson?
Yeah.
Avery Johnson. When you say Alabama, he used to coach Alabama. Made me think
I
of
know.
it, but
Yeah.
he does a great job, man.
That's good. I gotta check him out.
Yeah,
I
Avery
ain't paying
Johnson. Man.
attention.
So let's go into a little bit of Philly sports talk. We'll just cover. Obviously we talk about betting. We try to teach, but we also from Philly. All of us is from Philly, so we always got to talk about a little bit of Philly sports talk. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I do baseball just a little bit. I like the opening day, but I'm gonna tell you what, man. I can't remember a player who's got the best opening day gear besides Bryce Harper, man. His opening day kicks gear is on a beam. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Every year he's coming out fresh with some Jones that I make it like, yo, them Jones are all right.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
obviously, they got the win in extra innings. I think they won by 3-2. I think it was.
Yeah, 32. It was 32.
Yeah, 3-2 Phils.
And the 10th, I
Um,
believe.
they play to. Do they play tomorrow? No, they play the fourth. I think. No, they actually don't. They play tomorrow. Whirlers on the deck with Morton. Right now, that line is at -115. The total on that is 8. I don't see. Oh, actually, baseball for tomorrow. A lot of looking at the lineup now. A lot of the second run starters are up. Some of them weren't up in a little bit. So looking at the lines right now, I don't really see. Maybe I like the Cubs, and obviously I like the Yankees. The Yankees, I doubt the Yankees lose twice in a row to the Blue Jays. So there could be some plays. Make sure you look out for that. We'll put some plays up for some baseball. All right. Next question about sports talk, and this is kind of like getting and integrating with A2D, what A2D radio does. They do a lot of agree to disagree type poll questions. So here's the poll question, and Steve, me and you have gone back on this guy for fucking years. And Chris,
Go ahead.
Chris, you can chime in whenever you want, man. And I'm just gonna say it because I've come around a little bit on this guy this year, but he
Okay.
still brings me back home to what I think he is. Is Ben Simmons who we think he is, Chris?
Well, I don't know who you think he is.
Oh, I think
Well,
he's
what, you think he's trash?
I think he's
Here's my take on Ben Simmons.
and let me get in there, Chris, because the reason why I think he's trash because he was the number one pick, and he's got all the talent in the world, and he just continuously he plays his game the way he is what he is, right? He plays his game what he is, but when you need him to be the guy, to be the killer, just ain't it. He's just not that guy. He's not the killer we want. He's just not it. You know what I mean? What he had, I think the last game he had like 5 points. He went 2 for 9 or some shit like that from the field. You know what I mean? He's awkwardly like footwork and athletic. I just don't understand him you know what I mean? But we were all in love with this aggressive Ben, right? That's what they call it. It wasn't all-star Ben anymore. It was aggressive Ben. So the question is, and I know, let Steve get in there because Ben Simmons is his guy.
Okay.
Is Ben Simmons is who we think he is, and taken away from with Darryl Green. You know what I mean? They are who they think we are, who they think we thought they are. It's been the same way.
You want me to jump in first?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so here's my thing. So I got a couple of my friends, man, huge Ben guys, think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. In a snapshot, Ben Simmons is the same player he was in 12th grade.
Oh shit.
And that was really good. And that was fantastic. I make that point to say he hasn't made any improvements to his game, or at least
because defensively he's
defensively he's legit, but he's always been that defense. He's always been 6'10".
Or elite.
He's an elite defender. Even though I see people get off on it, but for intensive purposes, I'll give that he's an elite defender. All good on that. But he's been that, though. If his first year in the league, he was 6'10", athletic, and can guard 1 through 4, 1 through 5, whatever you want to call it, right? He's been that. So what I'm saying is, when you look at franchise players, when you look at players who lead teams to championships, that first 4 to 5 years, you see a substantial growth in their game. It's proven time. We could take every superstar in our league right now that's bona fide superstars, and their first 4 to 5 years of being the guy on their team and having their franchise, they made leaps. The Greek Freak and Ben Simmons was in the same draft. Think about that. Look how much improvement the Greek Freak made. Look at people like Devin Booker. Look at Damian Lillard. Look at people like a Jamal Murray. Look at Donovan Mitchell. You're talking about players who have statistically made improvements and from the eye test. Ben Simmons has been the same player to me since he came into the league. So he hasn't improved. Why that's important is because I don't think mentally he has the makeup to be what you were pointing to, Nate, when you first started. But beyond all of that, Ben Simmons, to me, is a really good player. He's going to be an all-star every year. He's an elite defender. He can be a very valuable piece on a championship team. The issue is we've built the team. We started building the team with the idea of relying on him to be the playmaker, right? He's the point guard, right? And he is just limited in that capacity. He just does not have the skill set.
He's limited in what capacity? The playmaking capacity?
He's limited in the playmaking capacity in a half-court set. Why is it? Why he's limited in his playmaking, his passing the oohs and ahs, the eliteness is in the transition, right? In the half court set, he becomes very average as a playmaker.
That was most greats though. If we go back and we look at Magic, his oohs and ahs came when? In transition.
True.
Jason Kidd, same way. His oohs and ahs came in transition. LeBron James, his oohs and ahs come in transition.
True. I take that away from LeBron. LeBron is just good across.
No, we're talking about in the playmaking.
Okay.
And
true.
In transition, that's where you get majority of your oohs and ahs.
Right.
True. But those other players also could do other things in the half court set. So I look at it as we look at Ben Simmons, and when we can contextualize the conversation, it's about winning championships, right? It's not just about being a playoff team, right? And to me, when I look at playoff basketball, championship basketball, at the end of the day, deep in the playoffs, deep in playoff games, it comes down to the last 4 minutes, the fourth quarter, half court basketball. That's just it's like football comes down to running the ball and playing defense, like we seen in the Super Bowl. You can run the football, play defense, right? And basketball is half court basketball at the end of the day. And Ben Simmons hurts the team offensively in a half court set in playoff basketball to the point that he handicaps us. His defender now sags into the paint, which makes it hard for Embiid, right? We can't drive and kick because no one's running off of Ben Simmons. So now our team's constructed in a way we hope Tobias can play the way he's been playing, but can you isolate Tobias? His career shows me that you can't. So I believe we're going to be in playoff games and we're going to be down a stretch and we're either going to be isolating Embiid on a 3-point line, right? Or they're going to double Embiid, get the ball in his hands, and we're going to be relying on Shake Milton or Seth Curry or some last-minute ditch effort by Tobias, Danny Green, to make a play for us. And that's not what's going to win us a championship. And that's the problem I have with Ben Simmons, is because his skill set makes him a secondary wing playmaking player in a championship, in a playoffs. But his intangibles say that you have to pay him $180 million. And that's my take on Ben Simmons.
Steve, what you got? Or you gonna let it sit right there? Because he said a lot. I can't disagree with that.
No, he said a lot, and he made some valuable points.
Facts.
Now my thing is, I feel as though with the coaching, I've seen an improvement out of the way Ben Simmons as well as Embiid have attacked the game of basketball this year.
Mm-hmm.
With the coaching, I feel as though Brett Brown was a little too lenient on them. He let them play to their comfortability, which Doc Rivers does, but he also seems as if he's pushing them. And I can say the same with the rest of the team. Even look at Tobias Harris. Like, this year he's been playing different. So I think the mindset of the team and now the coaching adjustments, which I see now, like with Ben Simmons, as you'll look now, you'll see Dwight Howard isn't playing as much minutes with Ben. Because Doc figure you run a set with Ben with more shooters that space the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though Brett Brown had a lot of them players that were restricted to either the paint or a small jumper. Now that takes away from Ben attacking. Even if he attack and dish it out, you have shooters around you that can help him be more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the coaching this year has helped them, with the spacing, and they've been building around him and Embiid. Like, that's what they're building. Because either Embiid, if he's on the post, he's got to kick it out to a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree with you, in the playoffs, you have 7 games to play one team. So the adjustments are harder. So he's going to have to attack. I don't care, like we said before, like this year, he kind of frustrated me a little bit in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've been attacking and been doing very well at it. Why stop? Just be aggressive. I don't care if you shoot and you miss. I don't care if you go try to dunk on 5 people and you miss.
Don't fucking shoot, Steve. That's the fucking problem.
He's got his hook. His hook's been really good this year. I don't know who's been telling me.
Terrible. I hate
that
it.
hook. That hook is pretty. Listen, that hook is legit, bro.
Man, it's like running.
It don't matter. It goes in.
He's running and then he's jumping off the right foot on the
guess
right
what?
elbow. Like shit is weird.
It don't matter how it look. It
it
don't get blocked. You can't block it though. He keeps it away from the defender.
Huh? He's 6'10". Like,
man, listen, we didn't see it, but I just like the way he's attacked the game, even defensively. Like, you need that one guy that can guard a star player, and he's that guy.
Right.
He's that guy, regardless his limitations. He's going to have limitations. I think I'll be more fair to really judge him after this year. Yeah, with another coach. Like, he got better coaching around him now. I really think that's it. Yeah, and playoff.
Ben Simmons, to me, the Sixers are going to ultimately, and I hope not, because I'm a dire Sixers fan. I hope I'm wrong. But I think the Sixers are going to be in the same situation we were in with Carson Wentz. We're going to wait until it's too late, until he proves that he's not the guy, or he gets hurt, and then we're going to try to trade him. And it's going to be a tougher market.
Carson ain't proved that he wasn't the guy.
Fuck you talking about that?
I ain't a Carson guy. We should have traded Carson a year ago.
I think they should have pulled the trigger.
It's getting late, Renzo. So
they should have pulled the trigger with James Harden for Ben. And Nate know I'm a Ben guy.
I definitely would have put that trigger on that.
And Harden, my guy too.
So let's look at some comments, man. Shout out to John, man. I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to praise this show and other A2D radio live chats on the show. Your audience deserves much bigger. You're damn right, man. We trying to take this shit over, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. The Yankees for sure after opening day. Yes, sir.
So, John, I'm gonna go off of one of John's questions. He says, "What Eagles veteran has the most amount of pressure to produce since we are going to have a lot of younger players on a roster?" I mean, I think the veteran that needs to produce this year with the younger players that's going to show them the way, and I'll give you two, and they both play along the offensive line. It'll be Brandon Brooks and Lane Johnson. In order to protect.
You think they need to prove anything, though?
No, he said which veteran has the most amount of pressure to produce since we're going to have a lot of younger players.
I don't think they need to produce.
They do. They've both been hurt. So it's a lot of pressure, especially Brandon Brooks coming off these injuries back to back.
Yeah, Brooks has been hurt, but I don't think he needs to prove how good he is.
It's not proving how good. He said the most pressure to produce, because we do have a lot of players, and they lead by example. Since you're going to have a younger guys, and I think Mailata is probably going to start at left tackle. Even if they move Dillard into the guard spot or keep Sayamalu, whatever, they know that Kelsey is on his way out. So whoever his successor is, I think those two guys really have to lead by example and practice whatever it is, so these guys can be prepared to step up, because you're going to have to step up, and their play up front is going to affect Jalen Hurts, which it's an important year for him, as well as Miles Sanders. So, I mean, I feel like those guys got the most pressure, because you got to think about it. I mean, the D-line, I think they'll be straight. They don't have no pressure. We don't have no veteran linebackers that really step up to show the linebackers what to do. Who's our veteran? Mm-hmm. Alex Singletary and TJ Edwards. Like, you got to look at it. We have a very young roster. So offensively, them guys they actually can make the whole team like be better, not just the offensive line. Like, they're the veterans. That's who we looking up to.
Right. Yeah, I'm in all honesty, bro. I'm thinking Fletch. I think Fletch. That's all on Fletch. I need Fletch to show up. Fletch is the $100 million man. He's got the most.
He is.
You know what I mean? He's got the most cap hit on the team. And
But here's my thing. This is why I say, I'm sorry to cut you off. Because Fletch shows up every year. He shows up. He doesn't miss many games, but Lane and Brandon Brooks, they gotta step up. Because if not, like you see how the line fell apart last year when we was putting in a different line every week.
Yeah.
Every week. And they led the league in sacks, so it looked bad on them too.
Right. Shout out to Mike Parker, man. That's my new jam. I listen to Sports Bet for hours. Appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to Todd, man. I agree, man. I'll go with Fletch on that question there.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, he a big part too. So you're right. You're absolutely correct.
Shit, I'm going with BG Todd. Yeah, I'm not sure. Graham's been around for a long time, so his breakout is crazy. 10-year vet or however many years he's been in the league. His breakout year, I don't expect much from him next year. It's probably time to get some young blood behind BG. I don't expect him to do too much.
Shit, then he get extended another year.
I think so because
Yeah.
that cap space thing.
Yeah, absolutely. He could probably.
This is true. George Hill is going to be huge for the Sixers' chances. We haven't seen him with the whole cast there yet, so we need to see.
I agree with that though, John. Just with the 3-point percentage that George Hill is shooting at, he's a 40% above 40% 3-point shooter. So that's definitely going to help, even with the spacing of say if you're on the floor with say like Seth Curry, Simmons, and B, like it spaces out the floor, so he's definitely going to be huge.
But just to that point, like John's question, he said, George is good at running the pick and roll, have been rolled to the hoop, and that just goes to I know it's getting late, I want to keep it going, but it's like we have these conversations of like bringing another point guard in and making Ben Simmons in a pick and roll, right? Like when he first came in, his greatness is being a point guard, playmaking. Now we're down to let's have him be the guy rolling to the basket.
But
because he's so limited.
One point, I'm gonna tell you who they did the same way though. LeBron when he first came in, because LeBron was a point guard, quote unquote, when he first came in with the Cavs. They took that away, let him play off ball, so they might have to a little bit.
Well, we're in year 5 though.
Yeah, you're right.
We're in year 5 though.
And they had Brett Brown, crazy.
Yeah. So we got another one. We got 90% of the fan base winning 4 or 5 games, 6 at the most. They will be at least 500 team. Book it. Nah, they ain't gonna be a 500 team. And you just say why? They stuck with a rookie QB, a shitty secondary, and lone linebackers, new coaches. I get it, but yeah, just watch. Yeah, you must have been drinking that sauce, buddy.
I feel you, Bill. Let's go, Bill. Let's go,
That's the
Bill.
fan of you, Steve, man. That's the
Let's
fan.
go, Bill.
And that's a good segue, man, to the last kind of poll question for Philly sports, and then we're gonna kind of wrap it up here. We is getting late, man. We don't. I love how people are still on, still watching, man. So I appreciate y'all. I really do. For the first show of MoneyPot Podcast on the A2D Radio Network, man, I really do appreciate y'all sticking with us, man. Because on the late nights, man, gotta have something in the cup. Gotta have something in the cup to kind of make it go this late. So last poll question. What's the best mock draft you've seen so far?
Can I go first, please?
Go ahead, Steve. Tell me, and tell me who the Eagles took in the first round that made it obviously the best mock.
I'm gonna go with. I got 2 scenarios here that I saw that I like.
Go ahead.
Todd McShay had us going Parsons from Penn State.
Yeah, I don't get that.
At 12.
We never take a line. We haven't taken a linebacker.
We don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't. But
forever.
and I've seen like 2 with the same one. I know Todd McShay was the last one I saw with Parsons going to us at 12. And like I said, the reason why I like it personally is because we don't usually take a linebacker that high.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely need one, a playmaking linebacker. Last time we had a playmaking linebacker was Jeremiah Trotter, we'll say. Like he was a force in the middle. Like he was a force.
Would you say Bradley? Even
No.
though he was here, he was hurt.
No.
Did he make the Pro Bowl in 1 year?
No.
No, he didn't make the Pro Bowl in 1 year.
No. No.
I thought he had one good year.
No, he had a good year, but it wasn't a Pro Bowl year.
It wasn't a Pro Bowl year. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
No. Yeah,
Carlos Simmons?
but Trotter. I mean, Trotter was a beast. He
Right.
was a beast. Like, you wasn't pretty much running on him. But I think Parsons, the reason I like him, you can move him around the defense. You can have him rushing from the outside. Inside, he's a good blitzer. And he's pretty good in coverage. I mean, I know some people may say that's kind of high for a linebacker, but then I look at Tampa with Devin White that they drafted. He plays great in their scheme, and he was drafted kind of high. Even Bush that was playing at with Pittsburgh, he got hurt though. I think he tore his ACL this year or something. But they fly, they make plays, and that's what we missing for a defense. We've been missing that for the longest. How many years have we been saying our linebackers suck? Like we've had some terrible linebackers. Even Bradham, he was good, but he wasn't that good. He don't even have a job now. And another one that I saw was a trade with the Broncos for number 9.
Okay.
So the Eagles, we give up the 84th pick, a 5th round pick, and our 12th overall pick to the Broncos for the 9th pick and the 150 pick. We still got our 37th pick though in the 2nd round. We still keep that one, and we go Kyle Pitts at number 9.
It's crazy, man, because and Chris, before you go, I wasn't a Kyle Pitts fan at what were we at 6? We're at 6, right?
When we was at 6, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't a Kyle Pitts fan at 6 because the only other tight end that was taken that high was Vernon Davis. And I'm just telling myself we won one chip. So now it's chip or bust. It's not getting to the playoffs. It's not getting to the NFC Championship anymore. It's win the motherfucking chip and get back to Broad Street. That's the goal. So when I looked at it and I was just like, Vernon, great player. I'm not even sure if he's eligible for the Hall of Fame yet or not. I don't even know if he has Hall of Fame numbers. But great player, great years, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Great years in the 49ers uniform. But at the end of the day, he ain't get a ring. So to me, taking a tight end at 6 just didn't make sense. I don't care how good a specimen he is.
Let's look at Tony Gonzalez.
But
Same
Tony
thing.
didn't get a ring either.
But he's first ballot.
Where was Tony drafted? Early?
Are you kidding me?
Tony was in. I think Tony was in the 1st round. But
Was
like,
he?
but when we look at Kelsey was in like the 5th round. Gronk wasn't a 1st round pick. You know what I'm saying? So was Hernandez for a 1st round pick?
Aaron Hernandez. I want to. No, I don't know.
I want to say 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, I want to say 3rd. I want to say 3rd round.
I want to say 3rd. Ertz, 2nd round pick. Goddard, 2nd round pick. So I mean, is he an?
I feel you.
Is he an ultra specimen? Does
Yes.
he check every box that you can possibly check as a tight end or a receiver? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, is he going to help me get a chip? No.
Yes.
We saw you run across. Don't try to run.
We sure did.
Yeah, like don't try to hide.
What do you mean? Is he going to help you get a chip? Absolutely.
Nah, man. Nah,
What you mean? We see how the tight ends in the game right now is helping their teams win a championship.
I'm a statistics guy. I'm a numbers guy, and I go by the numbers.
Gronk helped them win a championship every year.
Gronk ain't had no Gronk numbers though.
Gronk, I said every year when they won, he helped them win a championship. In his prime, he helped them win a championship. Kelsey helped them win a championship.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I think
quarterback changes, right? We got Tom Brady, who is the GOAT, and I don't think you can argue all you want, but you can't tell me he's not the GOAT. And then you got Patrick Mahomes, who's the $500 million man.
Right. What that got to do with Kelsey's production?
That has a shit ton to do with it.
No, it doesn't.
It's key.
Kelsey was doing the same thing with Alex Smith.
Who, Kelsey?
Yes.
What they win? Shit. They ain't win nothing.
Yes, he was still doing the same thing.
Yeah, they ain't get a ring, though. They ain't
No,
get shit.
because they had Alex Smith.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But if we not going quarterback, then we still got to get these pieces for a quarterback. So Kyle Pitts is a piece that takes you there. Now it don't matter. You can have all the talent in the world, but if your quarterback stinks, then yeah.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Tom, man.
But you know who you remind me of? That's my last thing. He kind of remind me of Megatron, bro. 6'6" with 4.4 speed.
Megatron don't got no rings, dog. First show, got to show love, drink or smoke, whatever helps you get through the night. I hear that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So what's your best?
Yeah, go ahead, Chris. What you got for me?
Yeah, so my first, I had seen that Kyle Pitts, man, just on that Kyle Pitts thing, man. I agree with you, Nate, man. I feel like I'm looking at the next Vernon Davis, right? Freakish athletic tight end, but at the end of the day, it's a tight end, and I just don't value that position as much as a lot of people are. So, I hear what you're saying too. But
it's a talent. I understand that the kids are ultra talent.
Right. But, like you said, I could just find the gap between the number one tight end and the number 4, 5, 6 tight end is just not that substantial to me. Like you said, you just named 5 players who are all second, third round picks at tight end who can be highly productive as well, man. So that's why I'm not big on Kyle Pitts, man, at this early. But he do freak. So the best one I seen, it's tough, man. We need a lot. I do like the idea of Parsons, right? Just because we need a linebacker, right? And I like him, but I do think we need pieces for whoever the quarterback's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen on CBS Sports, I seen them having us pick Jalen Waddle.
Yeah. I love that pick too.
I like that pick. I like that pick.
As much shit I just talked about, Pitts, the fact that we move back and we're at 12, and if he's there, which he probably won't be, but if he's there, I would be okay with the pick.
Right.
Because we moved back 12. And we still got people out there, man. So if y'all still out there, man, shout out to where's he at? Greg. Where you at, Greg? Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to Greg, man. Who's ever out there, man, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. If you fuck with the show, you fuck with the late night, you ain't doing nothing, your lady sleep, and you still fucking with us, man. You drinking, you smoking, whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? I won't go no farther than that. But whatever you're doing, man, if you rocking with us, man, I definitely appreciate it, man. We're going to wrap up here soon because we are going a little bit long-winded. So for me, I ain't even do the research. I ain't going to hold you. I ain't going to lie. I ain't looking at no mock drafts. That, you know what I mean? They all look the same to me. So I just put that on y'all. You know what I mean? So last little
I'm sure we'll mess it up though. Howie's at the helm, so I'm sure we'll pick none of these names we just mentioned though. Somebody from Minnesota State.
The most factual thing I heard in a long time.
Right.
He's gonna feel like a dickhead since he don't take Jamal Chase, because that's what the story's kind of coming out that I've heard, is that they moved back because they feel that Chase is going to be gone. You know what I mean? And the way Chase tested, he tested every bit of him being probably.
That's it.
Smith won the Heisman, and it's hard to argue, but it's saying that from the test, because I don't know what Smith numbers was yet. I'm not sure if Bama had their pro day yet.
They did.
Yeah, and I didn't hear anything, any buzz or anything coming out about Smith. I didn't hear any noise on what I saw, but everything was about Chase. And Chase actually destroyed his pro day.
Yeah, and you got to think about it too, because Chase took the year off. So I mean, he definitely, a lot of the focus was on him, and I'll take him maybe over Smith because of his stature, like his body is NFL ready, everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough, man. I think man, Smith did it with he was the only receiver. They only threw it to him. You knew it was going to him, and he played in the SEC, and he played the most games in college football against the best corners and the best defenses in the country.
Yeah,
And he was unstoppable.
So
I gotta go Smith, man.
So going back to what we saw a lot earlier, we had a guest say, who, what do you like, Bucks or Kings -6.5? I'm just looking at the lines right now. The Kings are losing by 20
yeah, to the Lakers.
to the Lakers. So and the Lakers don't got nobody. So that just tells you, what type of team the Kings are. So
And
like
it's
y'all
a back-to-back, so.
yeah, right. And they both back to back. So like you boys said, Kings looking strong. I'm sorry, not the Kings, the Bucks looking strong with that -6.5. But the number is kind of weird for it to be so low. So,
Right.
I would just be tentative.
That just means you're gonna take the Bucks and you're gonna look up at halftime. They're gonna be down by 30.
Right. And they might come and they fuck around and come back. You know what I mean? Fuck
They'll be
around.
down by 30 to the Kings.
All right, before we get out of here, man, I got one more best bet. Before we go, I like the Islanders. Flyers suck. You know what I mean? Hart is back. He is on the goal tending, but there's something wrong there. He's 8, 9, and 3 this year. He's just having a terrible, terrible year. And almost all their games. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at this play right now. Right now, the Islanders are minus, I think it was 170. I think I'm like the total over at 5.5. Man, the Flyers been losing like 9-0. They just lost they lost 6-1 to the Sabres. Then they lost, by 7 in a shootout. Like it's just fucking ridiculous the way the Flyers are playing right now. Actually, you know what? Let's take that off the docket, man. Best play of the day, lock of the week is Baylor -5. So I want to thank everybody, man, for everybody who joined for the first show of MoneyPot Podcast on the A2D Radio, man. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe button. Thank you, everybody who stuck it with us, man. Hour and 20 minutes. We past midnight, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Renzo, appreciate you boys, man. We out of
Yes,
here.
sir.
Peace.
Peace.
Come on, man. Yo, money pop about to start. No, I'm coming, man. Yeah, grab your notepad, man. For real. I ain't got fuck it, man. Come on. Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man. True. Yeah. Side died in that boat. Money pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stacks. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell that. 40-yard dash time.